In today's lesson, we're going to be taking a quick glance at the four major chat agents that are available to you, ChatGPT, probably what you're using now, probably the most popular and most familiar chat agent. Some people might even think that this is the only available option. That's kind of what this video is about. I just want to share with you that there are some different options available and they have sort of different strengths and weaknesses. ChatGPT, for example, has an excellent voice mode. It might actually have the best voice mode of all the chat agents. You can actually talk to it in a very human-like way. You can interrupt it and it'll pay attention to your interrupts and it'll be able to handle that flow of sort of natural conversation. It's got a very good voice mode. Downside of ChatGPT, it's probably the most censored of all the AI agents. It will have certain things that it might be, you know, reluctant to talk about with, maybe medical advice, for example. There will be certain criteria that are programmed into ChatGPT that it may end up being a little bit censored and maybe a little biased. Some people have really actually accused ChatGPT of being heavily biased on certain topics. I haven't been using it in a long time. I used to only use it. Now I don't use it at all anymore, but it's a super capable agent that I use for a lot of different coding projects and things like that. Nothing, really bad to say about ChatGPT, but just be aware that the information you get might be a little bit babysat and a little bit filtered. On the opposite side of that, we have Elon Musk's Grok. Now, Grok is entirely unfiltered. Grok will help you with basically whatever you want help with. By Elon Musk's own words, he wants Grok to be a maximum truth-seeking AI assistant. So that's the goal behind Grok, to remove all bias and to seek truth. And basically also, like I say, unfiltered chat and conversation. Grok will talk about anything you want at all. No subject is too off limits. That's all I'll say about that. Now, Grok also has what I would describe as the very friendliest chat agent available. It doesn't handle interrupts as well as ChatGPT, which is probably going to be improved soon, but it does have, I would say, the most human-like chat interaction for voice chat. I'm talking about voice chat here. Most human-like voice chat interface. You can fire this up on your mobile device and have like a conversation with Grok, and you will feel like you're talking to a real person. The way that speech is handled when you talk with your Grok AI agent is just incredibly lifelike and fun, and actually funny. Yeah, it's a really good time to chat with Grok. Grok has a bunch of features. For example, you can customize what sort of dynamics you want. If you're on the app, for example, you can determine what basic protocols the model adheres to, right? So basically what we've got here are options like here we go, custom, concise, formal, and Socratic. There are options also to add in however you want Grok to behave. So if you want your chat agent to act like a helpful assistant, you can do that. If you want it to act like a funny sidekick, you can tell it to do that too. And you can basically program Grok to be the kind of assistant personality that you want. Maybe, always helpful, formal, tone, concise, whatever. That's kind of a neat feature about Grok when you're interacting with it. Now, Grok does, of course, have, several different modes, including basically research modes, where you can, search the web for latest events, right? And it'll actually go and it'll search websites and find you some latest events. And then you can see actually down here what different sources it's searching. It's very fast. Grok is very fast and very capable coding agent. ChatGPT has these features as well, where you can use thinking or deep research modes and all that sort of stuff. You can also opt to search web, and actually that's not what it's web search. Yeah, opt to search web. There we go, in a similar way as Grok provides. Now, Grok provides that by default. With ChatGPT, you have to toggle that on if you want to search for live web results. Also, we've got Google Gemini, also very capable agent with a bunch of different modes as well, including what I actually think might be the best deep research option available, and deep research is powerful. Let's say you're looking for something that you want to get dozens, if not hundreds of references on, right? Like the best exercises for, midlife or whatever the case may be. You can ask Gemini or Grok or ChatGPT to do some deep research on your behalf. And what this basically means is that the AI agent will start crawling the internet and amalgamating sources of information. Could be dozens, could be hundreds of sources of information. And then what it'll basically do is it'll create your report. Like it'll think about it, it'll analyze it, it'll sort of process all that information, and then just click start research like that. And this could take 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. You could say, hey, find me the best places, the best restaurants in a certain city and the best reviews and all that sort of stuff, and get it to come up with an entire comprehensive, there's a word, comprehensive report on whatever research topic you might be looking for. So, you can imagine how useful this could be. Maybe you make YouTube videos, right? And you want to figure out the most high converting, best click through rate on your YouTube thumbnails and amalgamate a report for your particular type of niche, right? So it might be different from different niches. So you could get it to do some deep research on whatever topic you want. Lastly, I don't use Claude much, but it is a very capable, especially really good coding agent. I use this more for coding than I do for chat, but Claude.ai does have, basically similar features to the rest of them: Gemini, ChatGPT, Grok. Like I say, I don't use it much, but again, you just kind of click the little options and you can say, okay, extending research, extending thinking, research, and all these different sort of options to have your nice chat agent. So this is basically your prime four when it comes to chat agents. They all have search, they all have deep research. Gemini, I would say, is kind of actually quite smart. Gemini's got access, of course, to a lot of Google's database, whereas Grok has access to a lot of X, formerly known as Twitter, database. So when you're, for example, if you want to use Grok to find trending information, if you want to find trending information on X.com or Twitter formerly, Grok would probably be the way to go. The other ones will probably be able to search it somewhat, but Grok has direct access to that. Google would, of course, have direct access to its, Gemini, to its all its crawl data from the years of Google search and stuff like that. So the kind of point is, I bounce between the different chat agents. They have strengths, they have weaknesses. That being said, I usually use the comment browser built-in options. We talked about this in a different lesson, which has basically all of the models built in, and I can toggle which one I want to use directly in the comment browser, and just kind of have everything in one place. But I just wanted to kind of briefly touch on the different options available to you and just point out that they have different sort of strengths and weaknesses. Most censored, ChatGPT. Most free, Grok. Somewhere in the middle, probably, Google Gemini. And like I said, I don't use Claude much, but I think it's really capable and also maybe the best at coding, like writing computer code right now. Sonnet 4.5 is kind of the go-to standard for writing computer code. Gemini is also good at this. OpenAI is okay, pretty good, not bad. But Claude is probably the way to go for sort of coding, programming, that sort of thing. Okay, we won't get too much into this because everybody knows chat agents and there's not much to say about them. Other than just a little overview of the different options that you have available. There are probably more, but these are probably the major four.